Abundant Grace International School, we are located right in Obuasi, precisely BDM. The school has a number of facilities that aid in learning. We have qualified and trained teachers who are ready and willing to assist the children. The school has many facilities such as the ICT laboratory. We also have a science laboratory. We also have a library. The school has a number of buses which convey the children from their various destinations to the school premises. We have the football team, we have the drama group, we have a lot, and the school is based on the Christian principles. For more inquiries, you can call this number 0541 310 901 0541 670772. Abundant Grace, in God we trust.
Hello viewers, welcome once again to AGPS TV. My name is Abdulmumin Rafik and I'll be your ICT facilitator for this lessons. Today we are going to learn about text formatting in word processing documents. And under that, we shall look at what text formatting means, the importance of text formatting, then also some text formatting tools. And then under that, we'll talk about font type, font size, italic, underline, bold, bulletin, numbering, and text alignments. So without wasting much time, let's take a look at what text formatting means. Good. So text formatting in word processing document. Text formatting is the process of using various font styles, size, and colors to emphasize important text in a document. Text formatting is the process of using various font styles, sizes, and colors to emphasize important text in a document. Or we can also explain it as text formatting is the process of changing the appearance of text in a document. Or text formatting is the process of changing the appearance of text in a document. So that is the definition of text formatting in word processing. Good. Now let's move on to the next subtopic, which is the importance of text formatting. Now, why should we format text? The following are some importance of formatting text in our documents. Now, one, formatting text makes the appearance of the text more attractive and professional. One, it makes the appearance of the text more attractive and professional. Good. 2.2, it makes it easy to read and understand a document. It makes it easy to read and understand a document. Point 3, it lays emphasis on important points in a document for easy identification. Text formatting lays emphasis on important points in a document for easy identification. And the last but not the least, it allows users to align and space text appropriately in a document. It allows users to align and space text appropriately in a document. So these are the importance of text formatting. Importance of text formatting. Now let's move on to the next subtopic. Let's look at the text formatting tools. Text formatting tools. Now when I say text formatting tools, what it means is that they are the tools we use to format text. There are many of them, but then a few of them, or the common ones normally used, are as follows. We have font type, the font size, we have italic. Now, this word italic can be pronounced in two ways. When I pronounce it italic is the British pronunciation. And when I pronounce it italic is the American pronunciation. So, in any way you pronounce it, it is accepted. So we have italic British pronunciation and then italic American pronunciation. Then we have underline, bold, bulletin, numbering, text alignment. All these are formatting tools used to format text in a word processing document. Now, note that before using the formatting tools, the text must first be selected. Before you can apply any of these formatting tools on a text, you must first select the text. Before you can apply any of the above formatting tools on a text in a word processing document. Good. So now let's practically look at how some of these are done. So let's first look at font type. Font type. The font type. Font type. Good. So practically, this is how you can format or change the font type of a text. Changing the font type of a text. So as you can see, I've already selected the background text, which I want to change the font type. Then I'm scrolling through the various font types. So depending on the type of fonts you want, when you get there, you click on it, and the background will change to the text you've selected. So as you can see, I'm gradually scrolling through the various types of fonts. So when I get to the font type I want, I click on it, and then it will be changed to the type I clicked on. Very good. So I'm gradually scrolling through, looking for the type of font I want. So I pick Algerian. So my font type is changed to Algerian. My font type is changed to Algerian. I'll go over it again. I'm going over, so that is it. I click on the drop down arrow there to display the font types. So these are the font types displaying on your screen. That is it. So I've changed the font type. I've changed the font type to Algerian. So that is how you can change the font type of text. But then before that, you must first select the text. And that is what I'm doing. Last week, we learned how to select text by using the keyboard and then the mouse. So I'm using the mouse to select my text. Good. So the next step is using the font, changing the font size. So you first select the text. Then you go to the font group. There's a drop down arrow on the size. So you click on it. Then you select the font size you want. So as you can see, I've clicked on it. I have a drop down arrow. So you go through the sizes depending on the size of fonts you want. Depending on the size of fonts you want, you click on it and it will change to the size. But then before this, you must first select the text before. You must first select the text before you can apply any of the formatting tools on your text. So I'm going over it again. You first select it. Okay, so this one is how to bold text. How to bold text. All these are formatting tools. So you select the text, and then in the font group, you click on bold, or the letter B. Then the font will be what? Will appear in the bold form. So all these, as I said, they are formatting tools. So bold, I click on my bold, then the text I selected will appear deeper than the surrounding text. It will appear deeper than the surrounding text. So that is how to make text bold. Good. Now, the next formatting tool is underline. So before you can apply underline on any text, you must first select it. So as you can see on your screen, I've selected the what? The first line of my text. Then you in the font group, you locate U, capital U. Then you click on it. Then your selected text will be what? Underlined. So I'm going over the procedure again. I select my text, my target text. I go to my font group. I locate U. I click on it. Then the selected text will be what? Underlined. It will be underlined. So all these are ways of what? Formatting text. All these are ways of formatting text. So my second line is also what? Underlined. Following the same procedure. Following the same procedure, my text is underlined. So that is how we underline text in a document. In a document. I'm going to undo it. So that's my undo button I'm clicking on. Good. We learned about undo button when we were treating text editing. Text editing. Good. Now, next on our list, we have bulletin text. How to bullet text. How to bullet text. So with this, that is, you go to the paragraph group. Paragraph group, it is next after the fonts group. I go to my paragraph group. I'll create a list of texts where I'll bullet them for viewers to see. So that is my bulletin, various forms of what? Of bulletin. We have dots, asterisks, and other shapes for bulletin. So depending on the type of bulletin character you want, you choose it, and then you begin typing. You begin to type. So I'm typing some examples of fruits. So here we have apple. Then you press enter. The next bulletin comes. We have mango. You press enter for the next bulletin to take space. That is orange. Enter again for the next bulletin to take effect. So that is it. That is how we bullet text in MS Word. We will learn the difference between bulletin and what? And a numbering. So bulletin are used to emphasize important points in a document. Good. So that's my next fruit, grape. Good. So all these are what? Bulletin. That is how to bullet text. How to bullet text. Now I'll choose a different form of what? Bullets. I'll choose a different form of bullet here. Very good. So that you can see that we have so many types of what? Bulletin, depending on the one you prefer to use. So you click on your bullet arrow, then you choose the type of what? Of bullets you want. Then you begin typing. When you type each sentence or each word, you press enter to make way for the next bulletin feature. For the next bulletin feature. So this time I'm going to use a dotted circle. A dotted circle. So I go again, I type my apple. I press enter key. I type the next fruit. I press enter key again. Then I type the next fruit, which is orange. Good. So that is how bulletin is done. That is how bulletin is done using MS Word. And bulletin is a formatting feature or a formatting tool in MS Word. So in MS Word, bulletin does not actually emphasize procedure, but then it's used to identify some important points in your document as compared to numbering, which emphasizes on sequence. Bulletin is just used to identify some important points in your document. In your document. Good. That is how bulletin is done. Good. So we have so many types of bulletin. So depending on the bullet you want to use, you choose it, then you begin typing. Good. So I'm gradually going over. So if you want to stop using the bullets, you click on none. 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 As you click on none and then you type, it will appear without any bullets. The text will appear without any bullets. So that is how bulletin is done. Now let's move on to numbering. 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 How to number text. And then numbering is used to emphasize on sequence. Sequence, procedures. Sequence. So our students who are watching, if you are asked to write the steps in carrying out an activity, and you use bulletin, you'll be marked down. You should rather use numbering. The numbering involves, we have Roman numerals, letters, and then alphabets. Good. So this numbering I'm using, and I'm going by the Roman numerals. So as you can see, I have apple, I, mango, then I. That's the next fruit. That's grape. Then ivy. So this one is emphasizing on sequential what? Order. Steps. Then I have orange. Then I have pawpaw. So that is numbering. Numbering. Numbering as a formatting tool. Numbering emphasizes on sequential order. Bulletin are just used to identify important points. Now at this point, let us look at the steps. The steps in carrying out the font type, font size, italic, underline, and others. The steps. Good. So these are the steps in carrying out or how to change the font type of text. So the first step is that you select the target text. Now the target text here means the text you want to change the font type. You might have, a whole page full of text, but then you might maybe need to change just a portion of it. That is why I say target text. And if you want the entire text, you select the entire page. So it will depend on your preference. So the first step is that you select the target text. Then step 2, click on the Home tab to display the font ribbon group. Click on the Home tab to display the font ribbon group. Step 3, from the list, scroll down and then select the font type of your choice. Example, Algerian. And then this was displayed in the steps or in the video we showed. Then 4, you click outside the selected area to deselect the text. You can also use Ctrl plus Shift plus F. The keyboard shortcut to display the font dialog box is Ctrl plus Shift plus F. Now, as you can see, because it is steps, I didn't use bulletin, but I used numbering. So students should take note of this. In an exams, in case you are asked to write the steps in changing the font type, if you should use bulletin, you'll be marked down because bulletin doesn't emphasize on steps or sequential order. Rather, use what? Numbering. Numbering. That is why I use numbering here, because I'm emphasizing on a sequence here. Sequential what? Order. Now let's go on to the next step. We have how to change the font size. How to change the font size. Changing the font size of text. To change the font size of text. Good. So to change the font size of text, the first step, you select the target text. Then step 2, you click on the home button. Then from the home, step 2, click on the home button from the fonts ribbon group. Step 3, from the fonts size list, scroll down and select the font size of your choice. So just like we did in the case of the font type. So if you want to change the font size of text, you first select the target text. Target text here is the text you want to change, the font size. Then you click on the home button to display the font ribbon. Then from the font ribbon group, you locate the drop down arrow, click on it to display the font list. Then you scroll down and select the font size of your choice. Example here is maybe if I want font size 14, I select 14. Good. Then you click outside the selected area to deselect the text. To deselect the text. To deselect the text. You can also use the keyboard shortcut Control plus Shift plus P. Control plus Shift plus P. Control plus Shift plus P. Now let me draw students' attention here. When you are asked to write steps in carrying out, a procedure like this, for instance, and then if you just write the keyboard shortcut, you'll be marked down. You'll be marked down. Write all the steps and then bring the keyboard shortcut at the bottom of the steps. Good. So that is how to change the font size of text in a document. Now let's move on to how to bold text. How to make text bold. Good. So how to bold text. The steps are displayed on your screen. Now, if you are following carefully, you realize that all the steps are used numbering. There is no bulletin here. That is why I used Roman numerals. I used numbers, and I'm now using alphabets. Alphabets. Good. So, step 1, to make a text bold. Step 1, you select the target text. To locate and then click on the letter B from the font ribbon group. Step 2, locate and click on the letter B. That is a capital B from the font ribbon group. C, click outside the selected portion to deselect the text. And the keyboard shortcut for this is Control plus B. Control plus B. Now you can apply all these features on your text if it has been selected. So if you want to use the keyboard shortcut, you first select your text and then you press Control plus B on your keyboard to make your text bold. To make your text bold. Now let's look at how to underline our text. Underlining text. Good. Underlining text. So here I'm using Roman numerals to emphasize that it is following a sequential order. So step 1, to underline text. Step 1, you select the target text. Step 2, you locate and then click on the letter U. It is a capital U underlined from the font ribbon group. Then step 3, you click outside the selected portion to deselect the text. To deselect the text. So as these are steps, that is why I'm using numbering. The numbering involves Roman numerals, letters, or alphabets to identify a sequential order. To identify a sequential order. Good. Now let's move on to the next. We have bulletin and then numbering, which of course we've treated already. Good. So formatting word processing documents using bulletin and numbering. Now, what is a bullet in MS Word? A bullet is an asterisk, black dots, circle, or other mark that is found before a text. And then we've already carried out the practicals on that. Good. So as you can see, we have various forms of bulletin here. Various forms of bulletin here. So examples are being displayed. The apple, that is a dotted bullet over there. Then we have arrows. Then we have marked. And then other signs of what? Of bulletin. So all these are what? Signs of bulletin. Let me repeat. Bulletin does not emphasize sequential order. It is only to make emphasis on important text in a document. In a document. So let's take a look at what numbering is. Or the difference between bulletin and numbering. Let's look at the difference between bulletin and numbering. So numbering formatting tool is used when we want to arrange text in order using numbers, Roman numerals, or alphabets. So example below are some steps. And as you can see, because I'm emphasizing on a sequential order, that is why I have numbers in my first step. Select the target text, click on the home tab. Then we have from the font size list, scroll down and then select the font size of your choice. Then you click outside the text to deselect the text. This is showing a sequential order. So here, if I should bring bulletin, I'll be marked down. If I should bring bulletin here, I'll be marked down. Then my second step, I used Roman numerals. Roman numerals also emphasizing on sequence steps. So we have first select the target text. You locate and then click on the letter U from the ribbon, from the font ribbon group. Click outside the selected text portion. Selected portion to deselect the text. So all these are emphasizing sequence. So numbering emphasizes sequence, but then bulletin is just used to emphasize on some important points in a document. Now let's look at the differences between numbering and bulletin. Difference between numbering and bulletin. Now, numbering illustrates sequence and priorities in a document. Numbering illustrates sequence and priorities in a document, while bulletin indicates important points in a document. The difference between numbering and bulletin is that, let me go over it again. Numbering illustrates sequence and priorities in a document, while bulletin indicates important points in a document. So you can use the video to go over the various procedures. You play the video, then you follow the steps. Play the video and then follow the steps. So today we've learned about formatting, where we learned the meaning of text formatting, the importance of formatting a text. They also learned some formatting tools, where we have the font type, we have the font size, italic, then underline, bold, bulletin, numbering, text alignments. Very good. I hope you enjoying the lesson. Good. So I used a word here, ribbon. Ribbon in Microsoft Word. What does it mean? Now, ribbon in Microsoft Word is a control center that combines the essential tools needed to work. Ribbon in Microsoft Word. Ribbon in Microsoft Word is the control center. Is the control center that combines the essential tools needed to work. Examples of ribbons, we have the font ribbon, paragraph ribbon, styles ribbon, editing ribbon. Now let me display a short video to show you these ribbons I'm talking about. Good. So follow my insertion points. So that is the font ribbon. I'm circling the mouse around the font ribbon. Good. The paragraph ribbon. So that's the paragraph ribbon. I'm circling the mouse around. Paragraph ribbon. So that is where we have the text alignments, the numbering and bulletin. That is the paragraph ribbon. Then our next ribbon is the styles ribbon. Styles ribbons. So here we have heading, titles, subtitles, normal, and others. They are all forms of font styles. Good. So that is the styles ribbon. The styles ribbon. Then we have the editing ribbon. That is the editing ribbon. So that is the editing ribbon we have over there. We have find, replace, select. Find, replace, select. They are all found in the editing ribbon group of icons. Editing ribbon group. Editing ribbon group. Very good. So viewers, this brings us to the end of today's lessons. Hoping to see you again next week. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Abundant Grace International School, we are located right in Obuasi, precisely BDM. The school has a number of facilities that aid in learning. We have qualified and trained teachers who are ready and willing to assist the children. The school has many facilities such as the ICT laboratory. We also have a science laboratory. We also have a library. The school has a number of buses which convey the children from their various destinations to the school premises. We have the football team, we have the drama group, we have a lot, and the school is based on the Christian principles. For more inquiries, you can call this number 0541 310 901 0541 670772. Abundant Grace, in God we trust.